Fix it later.
Can you?
Should be able to. On
Okay.
both platforms, yeah.
All right, sweet.
Sorry, it's not 5:29, but Streamlabs has been a new experience for us, which has been interesting. Setting up these scenes has been interesting. Just getting all this together for you guys has been interesting because for those of you that remember years ago, we used to go live all the time. We used to give you guys free readings like every day. And since then, it's been a couple years since we've been doing that. So we're getting back into the groove of things, giving you guys free readings. I'm Lyra Moon, and this is my wonderful, amazing, incredible twin flame, amazing partner in crime, Lynx Vega.
Hello.
And I am legally blind due to a rare genetic condition. So she is the helper of the reader of the comments, letting me know what you guys are all saying out there, as well as...
I should give myself a cool title, like,
yeah,
I am the communication liaison.
Ooh,
Thank you.
I love that. This is my twin flame communication liaison who assists in communication liaisoning and taroting as a trainee. And it's awesome to see you being awesome. I just love it.
You.
All right, so thank you guys all for being patient. As we jump into this, I hope everyone is doing well. Let me know how your week was. I'd love to know if you guys were experiencing the energies that we talked about on Monday, and you know what you are excited about. What are you leaving behind in May? What are you excited about joining or jumping into in Gemini season? I cannot tell you guys how excited we are. We're going to start doing collaborations with other people, and we're going to start bringing you guys more dynamic content other than just readings, because readings are great, but we want to also explore a lot of different areas with you guys. So we're really excited to bring that to you, and we're excited to do some readings today. We're probably going to be around for like an hour and a half or so. 2 hours seems to be our thing. So if you stick around, if you keep commenting, because that's what's going to get you a reading. We don't pick anyone. We don't pick any favorites. We just pick who's ever at the bottom when it's time for us to move on to the next reading. So if that happens to be you, then you're going to get a reading. I do more in-depth readings. I'm more interested in giving you guys a more well-rounded answer rather than just a yes or no, rather than just a simple line of dialogue. I want to try to get you guys as close to your narrative as possible to give you as much insight from source that I possibly can, and so that you have, you know, a decision to make from that point forward. So if that's your thing, if you're interested, please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to like and hit that notification bell so you get notified when we go live, as we are going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our lives, and let us know who's all here. Who is with us? Who's with us?
Let's see. No one is.
No one is with us. No.
No one is with us.
No.
Well, let's see.
Shoot.
Well, that one right there, that's Facebook and YouTube,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That one says 0.
Really? Nobody's on Facebook?
I don't know. I'm getting there on
Wow.
my end, but it says 0.
Dang, everyone's sleeping today. Well, it is
And
Friday.
that one over there, TikTok says 1.
One
Hi.
person. Hey, thanks for joining us. It's been a slow day, I
Let's
guess.
see. Oh, we got a few comments. Okay, there we go. Grace is here.
Hey, Grace.
She says, hey, lovelies.
Like,
happy June
awesome. I'm
1st.
talking to myself today. That's all right. Let's do this.
She said, are we going to see the puppy?
Okay, so here's the thing about Wile E. Coyote today. Wiley decided, he's our corgi, and we posted a video the other day of him just being absolutely adorable, but today he decided to take some of his newfound freedom because we took the training collar off. And he decided to roll in the mud today. So we had to give him a bath, and he's still not entirely dry. So maybe on the next one, we'll invite our little tarot dog up here. He's adorable. But today he is sequestered. Yeah, he's got some issues. This corgi man.
But we'll have to debut him soon.
Yeah, we'll debut him soon for you. All right. Thanks for being here, Grace, and happy June 1st to you in Australia.
She said, okay, can't wait, with a laughy face. And then Shannon Brandel says hello.
Hey, Shannon.
Hello,
Glad you're here
hello.
with us. Thanks for joining.
So yeah,
Looking forward to collabing with you soon.
Yeah, we're not alone anymore.
All right. Thank goodness. I was feeling so
not in
empty.
this room today. All right. So let's see what's going on here. At this moment, we can talk a little bit more about Monday, just a little bit.
About last Monday?
No,
Monday?
I was going to say this coming up Monday.
It's coming up Monday.
Yeah, because we don't have any questions yet, so I was going to say we should talk about Monday.
Okay.
Monday we're going to be talking about. We're going to be doing the emotional emotional
weather.
I always get it like
I
the
know.
order wrong.
I know. So it's like, the elemental emotional weather forecast
on Monday. So we're still doing that every Monday, and then Monday we're going to talk about AI a little bit on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So
the dangers, the pros and cons of AI, and we also want to talk to you guys about what it means to use AI in a responsible, healthy way that keeps you safe, that also prevents you from false information and, falling into the traps of false information and things like that. Also, we want to talk to you about AI and spirituality, what it means to go and get your cards read by AI. So make sure to join us on Monday, because the talk is going to be in depth, and we're going to talk about some really big issues that could really help you out as far as navigating artificial intelligence in a mindful and practical way, because there are good elements. There are incredible applications for artificial intelligence, but at the same time, just to put it in perspective, Hitler said that the television was the greatest propaganda machine of all time. So what is AI in comparison? So it has its good and it has its bad, but if we know how to navigate both sides of AI, we can use it in a effective way while also keeping our spiritual side in check.
Well, it's just like, we'll be talking about this more, but it's exactly like what you said. It's just like everything else, like technology, AI, it itself is neutral.
Mm-hmm.
TV is neutral.
Mm-hmm.
It is a transmitter of things,
mm-hmm.
And it's
transmitter of information.
Yeah. So it's moments like that where we're like, all right, well, AI is inherently neither good nor bad. Or it comes down to what we choose to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I heard some crazy news today that Google's AI hacked into Google.
Yeah,
that happened today, and it was shut down earlier. It's crazy. So, there's good and there's bad sides of both. So make sure to check us out on Monday to get more info. Do we have any questions? You guys, free readings today. Let's do it. Let's jump in. If you have any questions, throw in your question. I'm always curious about what your zodiac sign is as well.
Shannon said, I don't know how I feel about tarot and AI together. It doesn't feel like they could possibly be accurate.
I feel the same way. I
think a random number generator creating like cards,
of what you may want to hear, can become very.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we're really excited to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you'll be there for that one.
Yeah,
too. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I would love to talk to you about that and have a more in-depth conversation about what that means from your perspective too, because. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting subject. So I think, before people go and dive into it, it's a good idea to look at the angles of just what all that means, what it means for us. So absolutely agree.
We got a couple of questions on TikTok.
All right, TikTok.
Looks like we got a question on Facebook.
Right. Let's grab TikTok. Who's TikTok all there on
TikTok? We've got. Let's see. This is Amira.
Hey, Amira. That is a beautiful name.
That is a cool name. She wants to know, will I be in my first relationship with a girl?
Ooh, I hope so. Ooh, what's her name? Ooh, Dish. Tell me more. I want to know. What do we want to know? Tell me.
All the things.
All the things, girl. Dish. Well, I sure hope
she said she just came out of the closet.
Congratulations. That's a big moment. That's a
bright
huge
out
moment.
Here, huh?
It is really bright. So make sure you grab your sunglasses. It'll help. Well, that's lovely. I know we're coming up. I'm not an astrologer, but I'm working towards learning astrology. And I know there's like this wicked, amazing, beautiful, like conjunction. No, it's a major grand trine happening coming up June 1st through the 8th. And it's like huge. It's a huge moment to be able to create the space of love, or like if you're not in a relationship, it's a perfect time to create a relationship, to create the conversation that's needed to solidify your relationship. My suggestion to do this would be like on the 2nd or the 4th of the month. That way you have you're still in that perfect window. And 2 in numerology is going to represent the two of you getting together and solidifying a bond, or the 4 in numerology is going to help you solidify a foundation. So you've got 4 walls. It takes 4 walls to build a home, and it's the same kind of concept when we're talking about numerology. So if you want to make a foundation and make a mark, then the 4th is going to be your day that you want to lay down roots. So let's see. Is that 7? That's 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So we have the 7 of Swords reversed. This is release. It's like a full moment of getting to just embrace every truth that you have. It's getting to express yourself fully. It's direct and open, honest communication. That's where we're headed. And the openness is freedom. But it does feel like there are some blockages here. That's why we're seeing swords, and the energy, it feels specifically like there is something that's stopping the progression of where you're trying to go right now. So it may be a time to have more planning. It may be a moment to kind of give yourself more of an opportunity to have this relationship go forward, to have the space where the two of you can talk. There needs to be something more, because we have the Devil here as well. There's binds. There's a blockage. I can feel it. I'm not I'm not sure if you're feeling it too or not, but there's definitely something blocking you, and it's a hard thing. It's a heavy it feels like there's a need to say your truth. That's what's going to unlock you to this next step, the next phase. It's going to help you grow. It's going to help you become. But this blockage here is something that you have to deal with, and that what you're dealing with now. She's saying anything yet about it? My throat keeps getting clogged up. Okay, coming out is a huge thing.
She said true.
Yeah.
She said true.
Okay. Yeah. I see some pretty big boundaries here. I would say that these blockages are what you're going to want to clear first. Where could you nurture the relationship? What could you do to enhance and create a safe space where the two of you can talk about your feelings openly and from a place of honesty? What can you do to give, to remove your throat chakra blockages? What could you do to enhance the communication between you two?
Yeah, she had just written, I wonder what blockages.
Yeah. So if you give yourself some time and look around, because my whole thing is I don't want to give you guys all of the direct answers. I really am a strong, firm believer in, if you are pointed in the right direction, you'll find it yourself. And that's where we have our biggest growth, is when we're pointed in the direction and we're not given the answer. So I'm really working on giving you guys more of that perspective. If you look, you'll see. And there's a blockage here that needs to be removed in order for clear, dynamic communication to happen. So once that happens, you're going to find a lot more space is available for the two of you to connect and honesty to come out, which may also reveal more of what this blockage is overall. What is needed is to be pragmatic, okay, to be practical, to make sure that the space is set up the right timing. There needs to be patience here as well, because what you want is possible and achievable. This is the card that's hidden. We have the King of Pentacles. It's the card that's hidden. So we have the propensity to achieve all of these really great steps forward, but we have to be mindful that there's something that's still blocking and that we have to course correct so that we can really create the perfect environment to push forward. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Excuse me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Got a couple questions on Facebook.
All right, Facebook. Let's see what's up. What's up?
So we've got a question from Shannon. Shannon said, question-wise, what is the point of the blockage I'm facing? Like, what's the lesson here?
Ooh.
Speaking of blockages.
All right, Shannon, let's take a look. Definitely feels confusing, doesn't it? It feels lack of clarity, Page of Swords reverse type of energy. Wow. I am struggling. Do you have water?
Yes.
Water? You grab that. It's just.
Okay. Thank you. Teamwork.
Teamwork. Okay. I hope I did not just spill water. Okay. All right, Shannon. It's Shannon, right? Okay, I want to make sure it's not Shanna. All right. Shannon, just want to make sure. We have the Five of Pentacles. The reason for this blockage, the guidance, what's guiding you through this is feeling isolated, feeling the feelings of isolation. Your guidance, what's blocking you, the reasons why, is we have to experience this pain. There is something that you are not feeling or not embracing, or maybe you feel so stuck in it. This is the teacher. The teacher is isolation. Isolation and being stuck inward, which is guiding you through so that you can understand what brought you here, understand how you got to loneliness, understand, what factors are making you feel this way so that you can push through it, so that you can come through it. But you've got to feel it. That's the teacher right now. We have to feel like we're out in the cold. We have to feel very shut out and isolated in order to understand what around us isn't helping us, what around us isn't healthy for us, the people, the situations, the chains that we, impose upon ourselves. How did we Eight of Swords ourselves? How did we get ourselves so stuck? What are we imprisoned by?
She said, yeah, big time with the isolation.
Yeah, So I'm really glad that you spoke up today. I'm really glad that you got to have that psychic fair, and I'm really excited that we get to work together. I think it'll be great because there's things in your life that have happened that you've put yourself on. It's a lot of self-imposed chains, right? So if we work through these self-imposed chains, we'll find that we have more and more light. We have more and more healing, and we have more and more growth. And that also, at this flip side of it, it feels great. It's wonderful. It's awesome. Hell yeah, go towards it. But on the other side, then you realize all the things that got you there. And that's really hard because you want to go towards the light. You want to be part of this light. And now you have to cut some pretty big things out of your life in order to have that light. And it's not always going to be... it's not always going to be the simplest when we have to give other people our boundaries. But it comes down to, where's our value? What do we care about? Is what I have enough? Am I happy here? And am I feeling like I have all that I need in this moment? And if not, what can I improve on? Where can I grow? So start taking a look at the world around you from an observer point of lens, rather than feeling into all the things that happen, which I know is really hard to do as readers. We are made to feel. We were brought up, we were born to be counselors, and that is a hard road to walk. So think about it from an observant point of view rather than one that's feeling into all the things. And if you can, get yourself some ammonite. I've got some if you want. I sell them 1 for 15, 2 for 25, but they're really fantastic. You crazy
so
woman.
Naked.
You crazy woman. Ammonite is fantastic for protecting your energy, and it's really helpful when you're doing like mass amounts of readings. It helps to cleanse your energy that's coming in at all times, which is also very nice. So I recommend that if you're feeling overwhelmed by outside energies and you're just not really sure where it's coming from. It's a good choice. All right, my dear, thank you so much, and I'm so glad you're here.
Let me see if she said anything else real quick. Hang on. All right, nothing yet. So let's head over to TikTok real quick. TikTok.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. TikTok.
That was before TikTok was even a thing, I think.
I never understood why they didn't make that like a commercial for it. It was so genius. It was like, it's already built in. TikTok.
Yeah, I think that was I think that song came out before.
On my train, yeah. My little train of thought.
Let's see. I'm gonna grab Tanya here from TikTok. So is Frank over me?
Tanya, all right. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And is Frank over you? I'm sorry to hear that you're in some heartache blues kinds of ways right now. That's always a painful place.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I think that there is a releasing, a letting go here, and a closure of moving on. We've got.
I was just saying, Oh, okay. I thought it was the same card. They look very similar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was the 5 again, and I was like, oh
no,
my gosh.
I had to do a double take on it too, and I'm like, oh no, that's the 4.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No.
I was like, what?
Yeah. So we have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. This is a release. This is a letting go, and I wish I could give you better news, but I think that sometimes we have to accept that the people that come into our lives for a limited time only. And that means that in the embracing of that reality, we also have to accept that sometimes it doesn't last as long as we wish it would. But what we can do for ourselves is we can embrace all the things that we're feeling, all of the pain, as well as, eventually the joy, because it happened. You got to experience it. You got to have lessons from it. It had essence, and it got to teach you. You're wiser for it. You know what you want more. You know what you need more. And you know what you don't want more. So there's so many lessons that came in from this experience, but unfortunately, it does look like it's at you guys are both at a point where it's time to heal. It's time to let go and be grateful and thankful for the moment. I'm really sorry to say that, but I think that's the best way forward for you, because at the end of the day, you don't want to hold on to someone who doesn't want to hold on to you back, right? That's not a good place to be, and that doesn't feel too good. So just give yourself some time to heal. Let yourself cry. Let yourself feel it. Break down all of it so that you can move through it best you can.
And, it's one of those things, as painful as any of these moments become, there's always kind of a background, like, I don't know, it's more than like a silver lining, but like, it comes with knowing that when you do fully recover from this, you get to be yourself 2.0.
Yeah.
Like, you get to be, you've shed off a new layer, you've exfoliated, and now you've learned. Now you've learned maybe this time what you want to look for next time, or maybe what were some signals that I ignored, or anything like that. Because now you get to be like, what is like the difference between Terminator and Terminator 2?
Oh yeah, like
the liquid God. Terminator.
Yeah, the that stuff. What is that? What was it called? Like liquid aluminum or alloy or something? It was liquid alloy.
Yeah.
I'm such a nerd. I want to watch that movie tonight.
All right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, when people walk away, it hurts, and it gets, it can be, you can get all up in your head, and it can be very painful. But the excitement comes from knowing that now you're harder, better, faster, stronger. You will be rebuilt. It's another nerd movie.
You will become great.
Nerdy movie. Analogies.
So right now it's like you don't know that you're Neo, and you're gonna have to like learn that you're Neo, and you're gonna have to go through that big old scrubbing, and then you're gonna become like awesome with like a bunch of downloadable parts, and like you're just like, yeah, and like,
yeah,
with the bullets and such. Yeah. And that's like the best part. It's like, you know what? All right, life. I see you. I see you over there with all your lessons and things I gotta level up. Oh wait, but you mean that leveling up comes with a new skill point? Ooh, more power. I'm down with that. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's shake this up. Let's make it happen. Yep. All right, hun. I wish you all the best. We both do. Yep. And, just take it easy. Take it easy on yourself. Give yourself some time to feel it out.
Yep.
All righty. Thanks for being here. Don't forget, guys, to follow. Please make sure to follow and like. It really does help support our page as we are growing, wanting to bring this to you as much as possible. So please help support our page. We really do appreciate it.
And Shannon had said at the end of your reading for her, she said, major confirmation. Whoa, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm really glad that was helpful for you. And, I think it's just about seeing like the light and the dark sides of our lives and not being afraid of either, which is really scary. But if we have fear, then we block ourselves from everything that we can have. The fear is what happens right when you're on the other side of growth, right? When you're about to achieve that level up coin and put it up to something that you really want to be. So once we move around the fear, blam, we usually get the thing that we want, and the fear goes away because voila, we achieved it. The fear was there telling us we couldn't achieve it. So when we figure out how to cut that out, it makes everything so much easier. And voila, then we have success.
Yep. All right, next we're going to grab Grace. Says, all
right, Grace.
Will all the people involved in my custody see through my ex and know the truth about him?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I think that, man,
people's perceptions are a challenging thing, especially because the more cruel of us out there are really great at manipulating other people's perceptions. That's a really tough one.
All right. It's kind of what I was thinking. We've got Four of Swords energy. It feels like, I would say yes and no. I think that yes and no, in some aspects, that you're going to have a majority of the people following you, but you're also going to have some people who are, his followers. It's just like anything else in life. Some people are you're going to like some people and you're going to not like some people in life. It's the same thing. Like he has some people thoroughly convinced, but so do you. And I would say that from what it feels like, from what Source and Spirit is saying, is that there are more people on the side of right than there are on wrong. So I think focus more on direct honesty, right? Because these are swords that matter about the mind and the heart, matters of the heart. Okay. So when we have clear and direct, honest communication, we win no matter what happens. Do you know what I mean? Like we leave the room with our integrity and our honesty, no matter what happens. sometimes that's all we can do. So
she said, yes, he's good at manipulating at the beginning, but the lies catch up.
You know what I would do? Just keep being kind. Kindness is the only way forward. And kindness is a great tool because you don't have to hold on to the anger. If he's specifically tripping you up and making you say things that are, or not, what am I trying to say? I totally spun out there.
Well, she just said just right now, I've been honest throughout.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing is
right. And if he's going to keep tripping you up and trying to make you think that you're crazy and making you angry and making you frustrated, all you can do is be kind, because at the end of the day, you see what his limitations are. You left him because of those limitations. You are not with him anymore because of his obvious what's like lacking in qualities, is like obvious limitations of the word for it.
Almost like I would say people who are of the type that
Deficit.
we're talking about, it's almost like a handicap.
Yeah,
it's an emotional, like, it's, it comes out in all these horrible, mean ways that we feel pain from. But when you really look at it between the lines, it's like people wouldn't act so just cruelly or terribly or shockingly if there were things that were already inherently in them that would stop them from doing that. There's a difference why some people walk around like you and I are people who like to walk around with integrity. We like to walk around with, showing kindness, but that's like part of who we are. And I think that when it comes to people who choose to manipulate and people who choose to be cruel, it's almost like it's a handicap. There's something in there that is preventing that. I mean, how am I trying to say?
I would say like to add to that, it's just like the thinking that there are folks here that are new here to the planet, to the reincarnation game, in my belief, in our belief. And when you see them, they fumble around and they're angry about everything, or like the smallest problems are like mountains for them. And you have wisdom and you have pity and you have patience with them, and you understand that, oh, they just haven't experienced that yet. Well, that's because they're newer to the whole game. That's what I see. That's kind of how I see it. And his intentions, what he thinks he's doing is he thinks he's doing the right thing. Okay? So he thinks and believes that he is absolutely in the right. And bless him for thinking that. He's trying in his own disturbing and distorted way. And he doesn't understand yet that it's disturbing and distorted. All those things have to happen. All of these horrible things have to happen and come out to the surface so that they can all be realized. And the only thing that he can do to upset you is to upset you and keep making your life harder. So the more that you just let it all go and forgive and accept that that is who he is and this is where he is, then you can let it all go, because that means that you're no longer angry about the expectations that he's not living up to.
Truth.
Because he's not ever going to live up to those expectations. That's why you are not together. So why not let that go? Let it all go. There's nothing else to hold on to. He can keep on doing the same things that he's doing because that's who he is, but it will get changed. It will get rectified. The only thing that can harm you now is to have any sort of emotional reactivity of the negative variety. If it's anything other than forgiveness, it's not going to work. If it's anything other than legal diplomatic action, it's not going to work. Just be honest and direct and make sure you're being assertive for yourself, but don't hold on anymore to the everything he isn't, because my God, that'll eat you alive and drive you crazy. Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? Doesn't he know? No, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. He thinks he knows, but he doesn't know.
She and even before you said that, she said, "True, don't want the anger to make me sick." Yeah, we injure ourselves by doing that. And she said, beautifully said. Thank you for putting it in that perspective for my journey to forgive.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that it's a remarkable moment to go, oh, well, okay, that makes it so much more clear. What are my expectations of him? They're the same that they were when we got married, and that's the problem. Is they didn't end up panning out because I didn't maybe fully know what I wanted, or he presented as a different person, or whatever the case may be. But now you see that these things are just not going to change. So you can't get angry over it. He's a child that doesn't know that he's a child. In the world of reality, of this reality, he doesn't know the things he hasn't been taught. So we can have patience and forgiveness for the child that's learning how to walk. And eventually he'll walk. He just doesn't know how to walk yet, and soon enough he'll be in a straight line. Can't really look at it any other way. What else are you gonna do? It's men. Sometimes men do men things, and that is when woman has to come in and be like woman things, and they're like, oh, so men things don't always work? No.
She said, I love it. He's not living up to my expectations. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that way, yeah. I mean, it's a release in that way.
Yeah, you get to let yourself go.
His, what the level that he is currently at this moment of time, in time and space, is not there.
Mm-hmm.
And that, that you can take that less personally.
Yeah.
Then actually kind of,
it is like a major
freeing
key. Yeah.
And we have someone on Facebook. Her name is Feline. She says, wow, this isn't even my reading, and it sounds like my soon-to-be ex-husband.
Feel you on that. I'm all there with you guys in the same ballpark, waiting to get divorced too.
Everybody's hanging out today.
Everyone's hanging out today. It's an almost divorced room,
I said it's all making sense what you're saying and how to process it.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm really glad, because I'm just like, it's bless him for trying. Oh, look at him go. He's trying again. Bless him. Oh, poor thing. It's forgiveness. There's nothing else you can do. He's not going to change, and neither are you. So, you changed enough, right?
Amber sent us some cool things.
Cool.
I think there's hearts and some lightning bolts and
lightning bolts.
I think that's a bracelet or something.
A bracelet. Cool.
Thank you for the thing. This is on TikTok.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you. That's nifty.
That's really nifty. You can tell we're TikTok.
Yeah, we're more new to TikTok.
We spent a lot of time on Facebook and YouTube back in the day, but now we're like, ooh, look, this TikTok, is really cool. All right. Well, let's see what else we got going on here. Amber wants to know, how do I get an in-depth reading?
Well, my dear, you can always reach out to us at tarotwithlyramoon.com. The menu is being totally updated, and so is the landing page this week, actually. So I'll go ahead and send you over the new menu. It's huge. So if there's something specifically you're wanting to look for, let me know. I do readings and also different types of energy work, as well as spellcraft. So make sure to reach out, or you can find us on Facebook. I respond really quickly to Facebook as well. Tarot with Lyra Moon. Alrighty.
Let me see what's going on here. We got a handful of we got a handful of new followers on TikTok.
Hey, new followers! Thanks so much. We appreciate you guys. Are so great.
Glad to see you here.
Yeah. Okay, real quick. Where's everybody from? Shout it out. Let's talk about it. Let's be global. I know we have Australia and Canada all up in the room.
Let's see. Texas, Cali,
Texas and Cali. Love it. How hot is it in Texas today? Didn't you guys just get like hail or something? And it snowed in Mexico. What's going on with you guys?
It hailed or something? Yeah.
You talk about it.
I read something from somewhere that there was just a freak what got down to 40 degrees down in Texas or something.
What are you doing
recently?
getting down 40 degrees in Texas?
We got Cali, Florida,
Florida.
New Jersey.
Ooh, what's it like in Florida right now? Jersey, PA. I love it. I love it. I love it. I would love to go to Jersey. Okay, have you been to Cake Boss? That guy that does the cake. What's his name? Cake guy. You know, that guy. I used to watch all the shows. Oh my gosh, Jersey. Come on, help me out. What's his name? I want to try one of his cakes or cannolis. Ooh, Zenny. Ooh.
Are they actually good though, or do they just
I don't
look
know.
cool?
I don't know. I mean, I just watched all the shorts with all the orders and stuff. People ordered like ridiculous cakes and things, you know. I would definitely want to check it out.
A lot of people are saying it was so Texas. I think this is the person who said they were from Texas. Let me double check. Yeah, Texas. La Bonita 4242 says it was 113, freaking hot.
Whoa! No, Texas. No. That's it's not even summer yet. What are you guys doing? Yikes! Woo! Stay cool.
Lucy said, "Where are you guys from?"
We are in Northern California. We were from Southern California, but then we moved, and there are bugs here, guys. Did you know? I didn't know there are bugs.
They're big bugs.
Big bugs.
Much bigger bugs in Northern California than in Southern
There were no
California.
Mosquitoes, by the way, in
Yeah.
Southern California, and now we have to go out wearing netting. If we're going out in the evening, we're going to wear netting because, oh my God, it's like they just descend upon you. It's very scary.
They particularly like
us,
the two of us.
Yeah,
like,
we are delicious.
I'm the best person to go camping with.
I'm the best person to go camping with.
I don't know. I'd say
I don't know about you.
Is that if you're sitting next to me, the mosquitoes won't want anything to do with you.
Yeah, they're
I'm
all
like
up on
grade quality, like
sweetness.
They love me.
Yeah. Did you know? Fun fact for you all, about to freak out. Did you know that mosquitoes have the ability to, what is it? They do the thing. They think. I'm gonna have her tell you because it's anticoagulant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they put in. So there's an anesthetic. That
I wonder why you never felt them when they sting you.
There's an anesthetic. There's an anticoagulant, which keeps your blood from clotting. Because normally, if there's like any sort of disruption in your blood flow, your body's like, no, clot. So it keeps it from clotting. It keeps you from being able to feel it. And there's also in there, this is the triple threat, there's a vasodilator in there.
Assholes.
Which is a literal chemical that like makes whatever like blood vessels are around that area just open up and expand and be able to like flow as much blood as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Isn't
cool.
that great?
Now you know.
Now you know. That's why you can never feel it when a mosquito actually bites you. Because I'm like, how is that possible? And that's what we learned. It's awful. They're the perfect weapon.
They are. I wanted, Amber had one more thing that I wanted to ask you about how you wanted to do in the future. She said, is there any way that we could do a more, I'm thinking this is what she means.
Yeah.
She said, any way you could do it based on gifts, like a more in-depth based on gifts?
Yeah. Sure. I don't like
I'm not sure what that would look like.
Like I could give you like a more in-depth one here and you could send those gift things?
I think.
Yeah.
So,
do you have a specific topic or anything that you want to dive into? And what are you looking for? Let me know. I'm totally fine with that. That would be really cool.
That would be really cool. For right now.
So what, the gifts are is that money?
I think so. Are they small amounts of money? I think you have to pay for them.
You have to pay for them.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh.
School us TikTok.
Help us TikTok. We're so old. We're 30. It's old. Oh my God.
We were around before this here platform.
Ticky tick. What's it doing? All right. Who are we reading for? What'd she say?
Let's grab real quick. I responded to Lexton and I told him we
Lexton. I'm glad you're here today. Lexton and Grace. I wanted to know at some point we're also thinking about collaborating with you guys. We want to talk to you guys specifically, and you don't have to necessarily have a specific realm in tarot or a specific realm in anything, but we'd love to give like a reading to you guys over a live and have that kind of be a thing that we do each Friday, give you guys a more in-depth one for one person, or talk about different types of aspects of tarot, what brought you to tarot, what inspires you, what has changed you. So different things like that we kind of want to start incorporating. And if you guys, anyone out there wants to do a collaboration, please let us know. Go ahead and reach out, message us. We would love to collaborate. It's all about collaboration and community. It's all about building and strengthening us all. Because I'm so sick of the feeling like the people that I'm watching are just doing it for themselves. I want to do this for us. I want to do this for all of us. We both do. And we want to really build a community upon people who care and who are really genuinely interested in other people's well-being. So that's what our goal is. That's where we're going. So if you guys want to do that, let us know. Reach out to us, and we'll get things started. It'll be fun.
Lexon said, yes, up for collabs.
Yes. Woo!
He's
excited.
From South Australia.
So I thought he was South America. I don't know. South Africa.
I don't know.
South Australia?
South Australia.
Oh, South Australia. Okay.
Yeah. And this is big
Love
response
it.
to your question from earlier now that I'm on the other platform.
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Sandusky, Ohio.
Ooh. I want to go to Vegas.
Pennsylvania.
Ooh. Pennsylvania. I have been was I in Pennsylvania? Where's Vermont? It's not Pennsylvania.
I think that's a different state.
Oh,
isn't it?
I don't know anymore. It's been a long time since I knew things. I have since forgotten things.
Geography was a long time
Geology
ago.
was a very long time ago. Oh, geometry.
That too.
That too.
That too. All of the ologies.
All of the G's.
All
and
of
all
the
G's.
G's.
All right, what do we got? What do we got?
Lexion's question from back a little while ago was, hang on one second. Any guidance for my financial well-being, in particular accounting and taxes?
All right, Lexton. Thanks for being here. Let's take a look about some advice in the financial world. I would just say what's coming in is have silver. If you are able to invest, have silver. Get yourself some silver. And do what you can to barter with people. By the way, that's an option too. If you want to ever barter, we would love to do that to help out with readings and stuff like that, because we're moving towards a bartering world, more of a world that will be based in digital currencies as well as the bartering system in general. So if you are interested in bartering with us, we'd be happy to barter back. But for you, Lexton, I would say that those are the kind of mindsets that we want to start to think about. We want to start to think about Bitcoin. We want to start to think about cryptocurrencies. And we want to start paying more attention to where the market is going, especially when we're talking about the possibility of, with all these solar flares that are going on, really seeing all these technology companies crash that are going down, like Google today. Google went down, and I was talking to one of my friends he's in Cincinnati, right? No, he's in Kansas City. And he was telling me about how his electricity, not his power, but all of that was going down the other day. So it's important to be mindful about where the markets are going. If you have everything in digital currency, maybe a good idea to think about other options, like something more stable like silver, is what I've been seeing a lot of. Okay, so let's see, where are we at? Okay, so 5 of Cups reversed for you. Okay, I would really suggest this is a moment that I would say that this is time for a new overhaul of how we're doing things. It's time to also release ourselves from the way that things were done in the past. The way things were done in the past was specific in order to get you to this point. And now that you're at this point, now that you know what you know, and you know what's working, and you know what has helped, and you know where what your strengths are, you also have to look at those weaknesses, giving yourself an opportunity to close out all of these weaknesses, to just get rid of them all, right? It's an opportunity to go, okay, those things weren't working. What can I do to make more things work for myself? I would really recommend here, guys. And like I said, we're going to talk to you more about AI and the pros and cons of everything on Monday, especially in the coming weeks. But we really also want to stress I want to stress to you in this moment that it may be a really great idea to download ChatGPT or whatever chat AI that you want to use and ask to create a new budget or a financial plan. Put in the parameters of what you're looking for. Kind of think about it like this. If you haven't used it before, that you're putting in all the parameters of what you need this financial plan to be, what budget we're talking about, or a guesstimation of your budget, a guesstimation of your taxes, how to better work all those different elements and areas of your financial life, and put that into chat and get a structured outline on what and how to improve upon what you already have and to strengthen what isn't working. And I'm right there with you. I got to do that too. We both really need to take this time to do that. So that's why I'm suggesting it to you, because it's actually something that we've been thinking about as well. So give yourself an opportunity to forgive what is not known, or forgive what did not work out, right? We have to have patience with ourselves and make sure that the direction we're going in is the direction we want to head into, towards the things that have worked, as well as learning from the past of what didn't.
He said, thank you. That makes sense. A big overhaul of financial housekeeping.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And the best thing that I can say is, when it comes down to things that we don't want to do, give yourself 30 minutes a day to do them. Give yourself 30 minutes to do the taxes every day. A specific time you set aside, you go put your headphones on, you do it. It's about giving yourself permission to not have to get it all done all at once, because then you reach burnout and then you're like, oh my God, I don't want to see money again. I don't want to see any numbers again. God, no, you get to that point. So give yourself permission to only do it like 30 minutes a day, only tackle a cleanup of your computer, tackle a cleanup of your phone, especially during Gemini season. Gemini is really good at detail-oriented work. So you can get a lot of stuff done, a lot of processing done, if you allow yourself the opportunity of 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 30 minutes for a week, and voila, you've gotten so much accomplished. So create yourself an outline and then jump in with, new renewed hope. Okay, we're going to get this accomplished. We're going to get this solved. It's not all doom and gloom. I've got this. So it's a change of perspective and a change of energy as far as what we're able to create next.
He said, yes, forgiving myself and focus on the future.
Absolutely. While also focusing on the present moment. The future is it's a concept that we will eventually allow ourselves to be happy. That eventually, once I achieve this, and that, and also this, that I will allow myself to be happy. That no. We can be happy right now. It is a choice right now to not be. It's a choice right now to be happy. So we also have to think about the present moment. Try to stay in the now, right? There's so much power in now. And there can be some chains that happen to our minds when we allow this concept of the future to be this inevitable place that we will eventually find happiness. It's not necessarily the case. If you wait for happiness, you're just going to be waiting. And then you're losing out on all those moments where you could decide that you want to be happy now. Just a thought.
Good thought.
Thanks.
I like it.
Thank you.
We got a question from YouTube.
Okay. Hey, YouTube, what's up?
YouTube seems to be a little more quiet, a little quieter than the other platforms.
On Fridays. So all right. Good to know.
Checking out who's over here. Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Jen from Pennsylvania. She was earlier talking about Cake Boss with you. She's like, yeah.
Right? Cake Boss. I want to try one of them rainbow cakes,
Remember that time we were in Hollywood and we got a slice of rainbow cake?
No. Was it good?
No.
That's why I don't remember it. Oh my gosh. I wonder if Cake Bosses would be any better. I was really bummed when he expanded and opened factories, because anytime you do a factory thing with anything, it loses its love.
Yeah, remember we were in the hotel and we ordered cake.
Oh my god, was that Vegas?
Was it Vegas?
Oh no, it was the hotel in Hollywood. Oh my gosh, it was bad. That was so bad.
So just because it's rainbow colored doesn't mean that it will be inherently tasty.
Right, but
that
I don't
doesn't mean all
know.
rainbow cakes
We didn't
will be
get
bad,
many
but-
good footage, happening that trip.
We had bad food luck.
We had really not good food luck. I don't know what the heck what was going on there, but anywho, that was fun.
So Jen says, my husband said he doesn't want a divorce. Will he actually come back home soon? He says he needs time.
I'm really sorry to hear that you're in that boat, Jen. That's and I can feel it. Oh, Jen, I give you a hug. We give you a huge virtual hug, okay? Oh, honey.
Limbo's a scary, tough place to be.
Is that 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Jen. I think that it's a good idea if you and I jump into a real session, because there's a lot here that I can't divulge because it's intimate. But what I can say is that right now you two are in a very rocky place. And I think that there is a possibility of through it. But for right now, I think that he is questioning everything. And, this is making you question everything too. There's a sense of just feeling really like I have to refill my cup somehow. Like my cup has been so depleted, and I feel that this is both within his own personal life. So coming to realizations about things that he doesn't know how to deal with, doesn't have the skills to deal with, and doesn't know how to express or communicate with you. And you've been blocked too. You're struggling to communicate, express, and really feel the things that you need to feel, therefore blocking your guys' communication. So that's really all I'm going to give you, only because I don't want to, there's things that we don't need to talk about as readers, intimate details. So but your guides are really going, there's a lot here. So please reach out. I'd be more than happy to book a session with you and get some of this clarity resolved, okay, so that you can feel better and that you can start to move towards a compromise and move towards collaboration together again. Because it's been hard. It's been really heavy for you, okay? Please reach out, tarotwithlyramoon.com or on Facebook. And the prices, the whole menu is going to be completely scrapped. None of that is going to stay on the actual website. So don't freak out. It's totally different. It's way lower. It's better than that. So I can send that to you if you're interested, okay? I'm really sorry you're going through. This is some heaviness. So don't go through it alone, no matter what you do. Even if you don't reach out, go and talk to people who you can talk to. Get into a support group on Facebook. Do whatever you can to maintain your mental health, okay? Because it does look very challenged right now. And it's not good to be in a place where you're so challenged and you can't see the light. Or at least because of the challenge, it's not letting you see the light, okay? All right, hon. Big hugs.
We have a person who I had to Google where they were from.
Ooh.
They said, "Good evening. I'm
Good
watching
evening.
live from Liberia, Monrovia City, West Africa."
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
Wow, West Africa. That's
Now,
amazing.
Let me show you a picture.
Ooh, picture
So
time.
this is Monrovia.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Wow. Very cool.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
They're in
so
the
you
capital.
live in a fantasy world of beautifulness near water. I want to live there.
Some
Well,
hearts
very
are
cool.
pretty.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining and thanks for letting us know.
and we're learning about things.
Learning about things.
Let's see. Where should we go next here? Let's see.
TikTok?
We were just
YouTube.
We did a
YouTube and Facebook.
But yeah. But
Okay.
I had one person that I said earlier that I was gonna do. And then we'll do TikTok. One
thing at a time.
One thing at a time. Get me all discombobulated here. Daryl White Jr.
Hey, Daryl.
From Sandusky, Ohio.
See, I'm glad you joined. I'm glad you're here. And now we can do a free reading. It's very awesome. And also, I wanted to let you know that as soon as the website is updated, you can go and get a free 1-card reading, which will be by either of us by text. So I'll let you guys all know when that is officially up and going, but you can get a single card once you fill out the contact form. So that is also available to you. Oh
no! Oh man. It says live chat will end in 4 minutes.
You have to go do the thing.
55 seconds.
You have to do the thing.
All right. Let me
get me set up.
Question.
Yeah.
So he wants to know if he's going to get married.
Oh, okay. All right. Do we have someone in mind?
Let me scroll down and see.
Kind of feels like we are uncertain. Do you have to do like a puzzle? Like, what is that?
Yeah, it's like a CAPTCHA, but except now it's like you slide a puzzle piece into a picture to show TikTok that you are still there.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
There we go. We're good again.
All right. Thank you. All right, Daryl, thanks for being here again. So it's looking, all right. So we've got the king of, the Knight of Swords. I feel that we are in a position where we could be moving too quickly towards wanting marriage to happen, but not fully having all of the foundation or the foundational supports to have a stable marriage, okay? Because the wedding is great fun. It is, but in reality, it's just a moment. It's a party. But the marriage is the whole enchilada that happens long term. So I think that there's some things that we need to discuss. We need to use, our quick logic and our dynamic energy in order to more cultivate whatever this foundational maybe weakness is. Okay, because I do see us rushing into this, going a little too quickly, not paying attention to all of the signs, not paying attention to all of the little important details. Okay, here's what the best advice that I can give to you is, think about it this way: the more that we are rushing in to marriage, or rushing into the wedding, rushing into these moments, means that we are really robbing from ourselves, right? The slower we go at a slower pace means that we are fully enjoying every moment and not, again, chasing this nebulous, I'm going to be happy in the future reality that we put ourselves behind, that we blindly follow sometimes. So the more that you can be stable and patient, slower and practical in this moment, the better off your experience is going to be, because you're enjoying all of the moments, all of the things that are happening around you, and not trying frantically to make everything perfect so that you can be happy. You got to decide that you're going to be happy now, that happiness is when you decide it is. Just like every other emotion that we allow ourselves to stay within, those are decisions, those are choices, those are options. So we have the option to keep going too quickly, or we have the option to slow down and fully address, embrace, and accept anything that we can kind of pay more attention to, be more diligent on, create more of a solid foundation, and to just enjoy the journey more. All right. So that's going to be my best advice as far as when anyone is in the period of courting someone else, of having that whole dating experience, of having the opportunity to, start and finish. Go slow. because those moments are going to really matter the most to you later on when you guys are married, later on when you have a commitment, and you have 10 years down the road. Because, these are milestones that you want to have the most, the best opportunity for being open-minded. It gives you so much more when you don't force it. Okay. All right. Thank you, my dear, for joining. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. We really do appreciate all your support. It's helpful, and it's why we love doing this. It's why we get up and we get this going for you guys. So please make sure to support us if you are able to with those likes and follows. It's great. And if you have gifts, throw those our way too. Those are apparently really cool stickers and such.
Yeah.
It made a sound the other day. Remember?
Yeah.
Someone sent a sticker and it made a sound, and it was neat. So that is exciting, and I love that. I am such a Libra. Oh my God.
It's shiny.
I like it. It makes shiny sounds. I love it even more. All right. Where are we going?
Let's see. At the bottom of TikTok here, we've got...
Did Amber say anything else?
Let me see. I might have... No. Nope.
Okay. All right.
Nope.
All right. Well, guys, on TikTok or anywhere, if you guys want to donate, I'd be happy to give you more in-depth readings. If you have specific questions that you have a couple of questions on, I'd be happy to help you out. Just donate. That would be so nice. That's so sweet. And help us out.
Kevin says, will Dominic be back with Papa soon?
All right. And that's on TikTok?
It's on TikTok.
All right, Kevin, are you still in the room, hun?
Yeah, I can see that it's up there.
Oh, okay, cool.
It shows me the top 3.
Oh, that's neat and helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, what was the question?
Will Dominic be back with Papa soon?
Will Dominic be back with Papa soon? Kevin, thank you for being here. Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. We have the Two of Cups upright. Okay. So I would say yes. I would say that this connection is going to come together. I would say that this connection is, it's waiting. Yeah. What?
Oh, it just looks so weird.
Isn't it? Yeah. These two always trip me out.
Because I could only see it when it was in there. And I'm like, how is that not a 3?
I know.
So the cups have...
Well,
this
is the crystal.
Got it.
Okay. I haven't memorized all the crystals yet,
totally
but
got it.
Those are totally.
That's a 2.
Yeah.
But like on the screen,
I know.
I see 4 dark spots.
Yeah, and so you're like,
like,
question mark. No, I totally get it. I've done it to myself a handful of times. Okay. Yes, but I do see this connection coming back. Dominique looks like they are going to reconnecting with Papa in some way, Kevin. So, I would say there's also a sense of emotional fulfillment. We have, joy. Okay. We have joy. We have a reconnection and a rekindling of, maybe an old conversation, something that needs to happen, something that allows for further growth. So I definitely think they're going to be reunited for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Like it when we can tell people
the good news. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And thanks for being here, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Let's see what else we got going on here. Kevin says thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Heather Stanton sent a cool heart face thing.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Heather.
Do you have a question?
Yeah. I'd love to answer a question for you. If you've got something specific you'd like to know.
Someone said, am I in line? We don't really have a line, especially for...
yeah, it's just kind of like if you keep throwing your questions in, just keep doing that because like whatever happens, like wherever I stop and whatever you guys are at, like on whatever platform we're looking at, we're going to pick that person next. Mm-hmm. So just keep throwing your questions out there, okay? Mm-hmm. Copy, paste, spam it. Yep. Go have fun.
Especially on TikTok because it's running through a lot.
It's running through
a
lot.
On some of the other platforms, if it stays kind of like... slower and only 1 or 2 questions have come in, then sometimes I'll go up a little bit.
Yeah, and also if you're trying to get in faster and you're finding that there's more people on one platform, we're on YouTube,
Oh, yeah.
TikTok, and Facebook right now.
Yeah,
And YouTube is
so-
really slow. So head over to YouTube and we'll grab you faster
Yeah.
at Tarot with Lyra Moon.
Yeah, because I basically I go from platform to platform to platform and try to grab that as most fairly as possible.
Yeah.
So,
if you want to do that, that's fine.
Let's see. Where are we going next?
Okay, so what is everyone excited to be leaving May behind with? What have you achieved this month that you're really stoked about? Is there anything that you're really excited to step into June with? Is there anything you're excited to work towards? What are you guys working towards in June? For me, I'm working towards better, stronger communication, becoming a better communicator, working on strengthening our bond, working on strengthening all bonds, networking, making new friends, having new experiences. That's what I'm really looking forward to. What about you? You're looking forward to swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all you're looking forward to, though?
I'm looking forward to being less worried, having less anxiety. I have a lot of things that like I get really up in my head about, and one of my goals is going to be to start working through that. So I'm looking forward to that.
I am too. I am too. I'm excited. It'll be good. Yeah. All right, where are we going next, my dear?
All right. This is a question. This person's asked this question a bunch of times, and I'm not sure how you'd like to handle this question. So it's a tough one. I'm wondering whether or not you wanna pull a card for it, or maybe you just want to talk about it.
All right.
It says, "Can you tell me anything about my stillborn baby I had in February? Is she okay?"
And what platform is this on?
TikTok.
Who is it to?
To Brianna.
Brianna's
been here for a little while.
Hey, Brianna, thanks for being here. Thanks for patiently waiting. I'm really sorry. First off, that is a really challenging experience. I hope that what I tell you next, that you can find comfort in and can understand that it's only coming from a place of love, okay? I believe that when that happens, when we have stillborns or when we have difficulties carrying through to term, that it has nothing to do with what we couldn't give or what we did wrong or anything like that. It has everything to do with the fact that the vessel, that spirit, that the essence of this person was going to go into, that vessel was damaged. And that's completely outside of our control. It's completely outside of our control, which means that, it's more of a positive that did not happen, and that does not mean that anything negative happened to that soul. Doesn't mean anything negative happened at all. In fact, a positive happened, because that would have been a really challenging life. Obviously that vessel, that body gave up as soon as it was born. And because of that, or what I mean, and because of that, it wouldn't have been strong enough to sustain that amazing big spirit there that was trying to enter, and I want you to know that even if you don't end up having children, that what your body was able to do was a positive thing and not a negative one. It was more of a blessing that experience didn't have to happen, because it could have been incredibly dark and incredibly painful, and just so there's always a reason But I think that the more that we can look at this from what we, our bodies doing what our bodies have to do sometimes in order to ensure that the next spirit coming in is going to be able to come in the right way. I think that we can take some solace from that and accept that, this is actually a good thing. This is a positive thing. This doesn't have to be the doom and gloom that we're all trained to believe it is. Sometimes our bodies just say no, and it's not bad. So I really do hope that can help you through it, because we always feel so devastated by it, so completely like, what did I do wrong? This is my fault. And also society has not exactly made it easy in talking about it or feeling it or expressing it or any of those things. So I'm not going to pull a card necessarily on that, because I feel that it's a very strong, of course, absolutely okay. Absolutely.
That little spirit's okay.
Absolutely fine. That little spirit is a spirit that may just need to come to you in a different form. You might end up finding that same spirit decided to move into a vessel of a cat. We just don't know. We don't know, and we're just speculating. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with that spirit. All right. And it's just about, sometimes the math doesn't add up, and that's okay. It has nothing to do with what you did or didn't do. You didn't do anything wrong to cause that. Okay. So I hope that really helps, Brianna. And I know that it's a really tough thing to go through. So if you want any additional help or you want to do a reading, jump in and explore that realm a little bit more, I'd be happy to. Just reach out to me at tarotwithlyramoon.com. Okay. Big hugs, honey. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're talking about it. I'm glad you're seeking counsel and seeking clarity. Sometimes that's what we need to do when we just need a different perspective on our obstacles. And the things that we encounter are sometimes so much bigger than what we could ever imagine dealing with on our own. Okay. All right. What else we got going on?
I just noticed on the Facebook platform, it's interesting. On Streamlabs, the screen on the Streamlabs thing, so on Facebook you can see YouTube comments. Look at this. Here's the Facebook feed.
Yeah.
But the YouTube comments are down there. That's really weird.
That is weird. All right. Well, yeah. All right.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to play around with that.
Yeah. Figure that out a bit more.
All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. YouTube is still a little
on the quiet side.
Too much over there. So if there's anybody over there, or if you want to jump over there, Facebook. I was checking in with somebody who had a question earlier, but I don't think that they're in the room anymore.
Okay.
I think we're starting to wind down a little bit.
Okay.
On TikTok here, we've got a couple questions.
Okay, let's do it. Guys, if you stick in the room, we'll try to get to all of you, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. Thanks so much for being patient. We really do appreciate it.
Brianna said, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I really do hope that helps. And please, reach out if you need some more help, okay? It's a tough one. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't do it alone. Mm-hmm. I had the worst PPD of my, it was the worst depression. It was the worst experience that I'd ever had with depression after my son was born. And those hormones, man, they can change you. So if you're feeling any sort of way, if you need any additional help, I'd be happy to, and I totally get it. All right, what are we doing on TikTok?
Someone, let's see, their username is naturally blessed something. I can't see it. It says ... for me.
Hey, naturally blessed.
Says Chrisanne. Is Tyler? She says hi.
Hi.
Is Tyler happy without me?
All right, my dear. Truth is that there is a sense of balance coming back into his life. There is a sense of righting some of the wrongs that he's made, a sense of getting to say his truth and live it. So I think that, it's hard to answer these questions because I don't want to cause any hurt. That's, I think, one of the hardest things as a reader is you don't want to cause hurt, but you also have to be the abdicator for change, and that's tough. But we are seeing the Two of Swords reversed. So there's this honesty here. There's this coming forward and being truthful about what his needs are, and, having this time away, having this breaking up. It is giving him his sense of, his world back. So, okay, all right, so be it. If that's what this means, okay. So this is a beautiful opportunity for you to look over the whole relationship and be honest as you possibly can be, even if you have to journal it, even if you have to audio journal it, whatever it means for you. But it's time to start focusing yourself on where this relationship went wrong and what you could do better next time. What could change? What could you do to create positive change in the future between you and someone else? So there's, not to say that it's black and white and that he was all great and you weren't, not to say that at all. But these moments really do give us an opportunity, especially because as women, we have a tendency to feel overwhelmingly rejected when we get broken up with.
She said, I've moved on. Will I remain single? I'm focusing on my kids. We also have a daughter on the way.
Okay, well, that's all. Is that 5?
Tried to heal him, just the disrespect. That's what she wrote.
Okay, well, I mean, all in all, yes, I think that you are definitely on your way to even finding something more stable and long-lasting now. Not only that, but you guys are going to be able to co-parent very well. You guys are going to be able to work through your issues in a diplomatic way. It may be throwing daggers at first for a while, but eventually you guys will learn to talk as co-parents. You guys will learn to work through these more challenging energies that kind of make you bash your head in and go, oh my gosh, how do I deal with you? But that will allow you both to be able to have a solid foundation of what it means to be co-parents, of what it means, the expectations, and there's a sense of like balance there. Okay. But hands down, my whole thing is don't go looking for it. Don't go looking for the next relationship. Usually when we stop looking is when we give ourselves time to heal and we give ourselves self-love and we find the alignment within, which attracts the alignment without. So you're looking at someone coming in, but they first need you to go within so that you can find them outside of you.
And she said, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're already on the right track. I mean, you definitely are putting the work in and you're giving yourself the time that you need. And I think that, you're kind of in that in-between process of like, when the first dagger struck and then with like healing, you're definitely down the road and you're on the right track so far. So I don't really think, there's no need to deviate, no need to change course. You're already on the right path. Okay.
Yep. She said, don't feel like he appreciates me, so I let him do him.
Yep.
That's exactly what we were talking about earlier on in this stream when we started, was that, sometimes people will disappoint you, or sometimes people are limited in what they can give in a relationship or what they can give in any sort of relationship to other human beings, whether or not that's from their childhood or whether or not that's from experiences that they've experienced or people that they've been around.
Absolutely.
And sometimes that's all you can do is you shouldn't take the disrespect anymore, and there's at a certain point there's no use trying to fight for it if it's not going to come naturally. So if there's just inherent disrespect, then
that's your answer.
Yeah. She said, I'm always bending down backwards for him, and it's like he never respects me.
Yeah. then all you
Yeah.
can do is have the expectation that that's who he is and that's what he's going to do. And that, you have to stand up for you and embrace all that you are outside of him. And you do that by no longer letting the things he does bother you. That's who he is. He's here, you're here, and there's nothing you can do to bridge that gap. That's why you aren't together anymore. You know what I mean?
That's the problem. He's not used to good women. Yeah, that's a big problem.
That is a huge problem. Seen that over and
yeah.
over and over and over again. Is
If-
good guys who have been flipped by bad girls who end up with good girls who turn into bad guys. Sucks.
Yeah.
Totally sucks.
Yeah. She says, right now I'm in a domestic shelter.
Oh,
She was staying with him. That's what she just said.
Okay. Well,
That's
I wish
a really
you
tough position
I wish
to
you
be
all
in.
the best in that.
Mhm.
That's a tough position to be in, but know right now that you are where you need to be.
Mhm.
Eventually, just keep making moves. Keep making moves and counter moves. What do I need to do to get to where I need to be? How can I rise up and be out of this environment? And also download Chat GPT. Tell Chat where you are right now, especially with like what you're dealing with, and ask what the steps are. Create me an outline for how I can come and be from where I am to where I want to be. What do I need to do to elevate myself and get into a better mindset or get into a better environment?
Oh, and
So
she's moving into. She says, "I'm moving into my place on Monday."
oh,
Awesome.
awesome. Yeah,
Okay.
that's great. Okay, good.
So you know what? That's
You're already you got this handled.
You
have
recognize
so
that
great.
you don't want to be there anymore.
Yep.
You
realized he was
that
not the guy that you
Yeah.
thought he was. Mhm.
Yep. So let him do him, and let him do him without you.
Yep. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you, honey. That's great. That's excellent.
Yep.
All right, hon. Thanks for being here. We're going to take a couple more, guys, and then we're going to call it.
I think that's
Is that everyone?
That's it
awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
We have one person who popped in on TikTok, who said, "Can I get a Tiki?" Says, "Can I get a relationship reading?"
Sure. Tiki, thank you for being here. Guys, don't forget to subscribe because we are going to be doing these as often as possible every Friday, bringing you live free readings, and then Monday and Wednesday, bringing you some tips and tricks as well as the elemental emotional weather forecast to give you a heads up on what your week is going to look like emotional weather-wise. All right, so let's take a look. A love relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me just finish up this real quick and see if they. Do you Hey Tiki, can you give us maybe some zodiac signs? Might be a little helpful. No?
Yeah, I mean, if they're not there already, it's okay. It is what it is. All right, honey, we've got the Four of Pentacles. So right now, you and your relationship are in a stalemate kind of position. You aren't wanting to give, they aren't wanting to give, and you guys are kind of at this point where nothing new is growing or happening because we have this sense of not wanting to give, not wanting to be open. The only way through this is to first figure out what you need and figure out what is wrong. Make yourself a list of the things that you want in the relationship and make yourself a list of the things that are not working. And then do the bravest thing of all and figure out the right timing to have this conversation. And you can even invite your partner to do the same thing. Look, I want to get to the bottom of why we suck right now. I would like to do that so that we can be awesome again. So what I'm going to do is, maybe on Friday or whatever day you want to choose, we can get together and we can discuss how we can be better and where we've been kind of slipping. So I'm going to go ahead and take my time and write down things that I would like us to improve on, as well as what I'm excited that we have already achieved. So you want to also throw in the things that you've already done?
Not with him, but right now we broke up, but we still talk on and off.
Okay, well, this is still good advice for that too. So get together, talk about the things that broke you up, and talk about them from a solution-based point of view. Use statements like I feel, I statements. Don't want to put the blame on you did this, well, you did that. Well, if you hadn't done that, I wouldn't have done this. So we want to take the blame out of the equation and say, well, I feel that we might find more solutions if we do this, if we communicate this way.
And I think maybe, I mean, a good way to like bring it up without necessarily bringing it up so much would just be like, you know, if you guys are talking, if you're starting to have some deeper conversations, you know, you're not trying to rush anything or make it weird. A good way, I think, to say it would be just like, hey, I've been thinking about, you know, you don't even have to say thinking about what happened with us. You could even just be like, hey, you know, I'm just wondering from your perspective, like what are things that I can do better at? Like, you know, like what you know, I would like to improve, and I've learned a lot from, you know, our relationship. You don't have to say that either. But if you're in that sort of flow of that type of conversation, you know, just be like, I'm trying to figure out some things that would help me be better. What do you think? And that can open up a really cool door of a dialogue and a conversation of, you know, like, hey, these are things that I think would be really amazing, you know.
Absolutely.
You can, having the strength to hear other people's honesty is number one, its own skill set.
Yeah, so you want to put like a barrier up, like protect yourself, knowing that you might hear some things that sting, but not becoming reactionary to them. They, you know, these critiques are meant to strengthen you. So see them from an observant point of view rather than an emotionally reactive one.
That's the key. Again, it's coming down to making yourself bigger, better, faster, stronger. You know, you can't fix something if you don't even know that it's broken.
Yeah.
Or if there's, you know, I think that's
that's
really
great.
Good way to say it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good advice.
Yep.
All right. Is that it for today?
Let's see. We got a couple of people just hopped on.
All right, guys. If you have a question, throw it in.
Tiki said, thank you so much.
You are so welcome, guys. Please make sure to follow and subscribe. Help out our channel as we start growing. We would love for you guys to become a part of the Cosmic Stars community.
So there's a person on here on TikTok. It's spelled NYT, so it's like a play on the word nightmare. Said, my best friend and her son died. I really need help. Please, really need help.
Honey, wow. You're dealing with immense trauma. You know, I'd be happy to do a private session with you. You just have to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Facebook or on my website, tarotwithlyramoon.com. I'd be happy to give you a more closed session, because what you're going through is intense, really intense, and you shouldn't be left alone to feel the things that you feel. So I think the best thing that I can say for you is that trust and go towards what feels right now. It may feel like everything is wrong, so go towards the things that make you feel right. And right now, knowing that you can express whatever you need to is what's best for you. You know, I would also say that just if you don't reach out, that's fine. But I would really recommend get yourself in a support group and get yourself into some journaling, okay? Sometimes the only thing we can do is organize our thoughts on paper. And it may not seem like much, but it's a significant way to be able to express everything that you're feeling, okay? I personally have lost like 32 people in my life. And I completely understand the ravages of what death can bring. So I'd be happy to talk to you if you want to talk about it and, you know, find some comfort in it, okay? Because I'm really sorry. It's a hard one. I've lost some really good people abruptly. So I would be happy to help you through that on a more private note.
Yeah. Lyra's a really fantastic person to talk to about that. I after hearing all of your stories and like all of that, it's insane. It's statistically insane how many people this person has lost.
Yeah.
But yet again, it has made you an incredible shoulder to cry on. It has given you so many skills to be able to help people. This is my promo for Lyra Moon here is She's been through some stuff, man.
I've seen some things, man.
And she can help. So,
Yeah,
now you reach out. I think the easiest, best way to do that is over Facebook. Is the easiest, best way to.
Facebook is the easiest, yeah, because I'm visually impaired and the font is big on Facebook. That's why I try not to use TikTok messaging, because I can't really see it too well. It's really tiny and there's nothing I can do to change the font. So if you want to reach out, Tarot with Lyra Moon on Facebook, just go ahead and reach out to me there, and I'll get back to you today. Okay. All right. Big hugs, honey.
All right. Last call for any last minute questions here. Anybody going on? Grace said, Lyra is amazing, and her outlook we can all learn from. Absolutely. You
guys.
I agree.
Thank you.
We can fluff you up a little bit here,
Well, I appreciate that, you guys. Jeez.
Let's see. Last one's going to be Aubrey.
Aubrey, okay.
Can you read what the cards say about potential jobs? I have interviews next week.
Ooh, Aubrey, exciting. Mm-hmm. Good for you, honey bear. All right. Well, I mean, it's definitely going to be one of them. I definitely feel that already. Throw out how many interviews you have. How many interviews you have. The most important one that you want the most first.
4.
Shoot.
Ooh, all right.
Wow. Aubrey. Okay. All right. Aubrey.
She said whichever will pay me the most.
Amen to that. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I hope you have those. Do you have them in it's going to be hard to kind of connect these. So if you already know what 1 through 4 is, does that make sense? Like, number 2 is your best option, right? Number 2, let's see.
Maybe this could be the order in which she interviewed.
It could be the order in which she interviewed. Let's do that. So your second interview, 8. Yeah, that's 8. Okay, you have actually good options with, I would say, the second and the third one. The third interviews. The first one looks like it's going to be frustrating. There's some frustration that comes with this one. This interview just like in itself is annoying for some reason. It's just, it aggravates. It could be a problem with their patients, or you just frustrated because, like, I don't know, there's something about the interview that's just really kind of grinding your gears sort of thing. Then we have more positivity with the second interview, looking like the star. This is a very positive card. We have healing, which will also be in the form of financial healing. So we have stability, we have security, we have hope in the future. The third card is the third interview is the 8 of Pentacles reversed. This is a good card too. Okay, this means that we will be building upon our successes. But the second job looks like it's going to be one where you get your financial hopes. You get them sooner, right? This one, the third job though, however, could be longer lasting, rewarding for you than the second one. So something to consider there. If you want to touch deeper, you can always reach out. We can jump in a little bit more. And then it's looking like the fourth one's not even the world reversed. Okay. So that's a big one to say. I don't know about that fourth one. That fourth one's looking like it's not going to offer you what you want, or it's not going to fulfill you, or it could completely flip you upside down as far as directions are concerned. So I would really decide which one that you feel more comfortable with going towards, whether it be the second interview or the third one. But I mean, all in all, you're definitely going to get a new job, and it's super exciting. So congrats, and I'd love to hear back from you next week and hear what happens. And see if my reading is correct. I'd love to know where I can improve. I'm always interested in that too. Alrighty, guys, is that it?
She said, okay, thank you, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm stoked for you. That's
Yeah.
exciting. It's 4 in one. How did you manage that? That's so badass. She's just like, oh, I'm just awesome,
You know, 4 people want me.
They all want me. What can I say? They desire me for my working abilities.
She says, I have no idea.
All right,
Well,
hun. Well,
luck,
thank you
though.
guys
Good
so
luck.
much. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing your stories and your challenges with us. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to explore solutions and new ways forward. We really, really love being here with you. And we'll see you guys all back here Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific time to discuss the elemental emotional weather forecast and what your week has in store for you, as well as starting to touch on what it means to use your what it means to use artificial intelligence with spirituality. So we will definitely be talking to you guys about that on Monday. Have anything else?
I think that's it.
All
Thank
right.
you, everybody, for being
Thank you,
here.
guys. Thank you for all the support. And please make sure to follow and share our stuff. Get it out there. We'd love to help more people and continue to build this really cool, supportive community that we're working on. So please keep coming back. Please keep sharing your stories with us. We want to grow with you. And we want to truly create a community that is based on supporting other people instead of just saying that we're going to do that. So thank you guys so much, and bye for now. Bye for now.